I had the most extraordinary discovery yesterday. I'm so pleased with it. 5 or 6 years ago. Here I was sitting with my hair drying in pin curls. I had a show that night and I was like, gosh, I hope it dries in time. And of course it didn't, because I need like a good 8 hours to let my hair dry in pin curls before I can actually, take them out. And I was like, gosh, I wish I had one of those vintage hair dryers. And so I started looking for one, and they were all really quite expensive. I showed one to my friend once that was like $80. I was like, that's a really good price for it. It looks like it's in really good condition. It was an Etsy listing, and she wrote back to me and said, please don't spend $80 on a nail polish dryer. I was like, nail polish dryer? What are you talking about? And I realized the picture she was looking at in the listing was this particular style of dryer you could also use to dry your nails with. Wasn't my intention at all. I wanted to use it to dry my hair. Anyway, so you can get modern ones that attach to the blow dryer, and then they inflate a tube that then sits on your head. That's fine, but I have had a previous experience with a blow dryer that I melted it. We're back. I have these rocket rollers, and they're good. They're like little pillow rollers with snaps on the end. So like you loop your hair around it, and then you roll your hair around, and then you twist the pillow and you snap it shut, and then it just sort of sits in your hair and holds your curl. And they're super soft and squishy, so they're more comfortable to sleep on than, say, foam rollers. But I did that one night, and when I woke up in the morning, my hair wasn't dry, and I needed it to be dry. So I was like, well, I'll just get out my blow dryer, and I'll just dry the couple of curls that are still too damp. And it got really, really hot, and then my dryer shut off. The auto shut off that they have for when they heat up too much. And I pulled it away, and I had melted the blow dryer to the rock and roller. Melted the dryer, and have since very much busted this dryer. I don't know why I still have it. I need to toss this out. I'm going to toss this out today. When I use it, the inner coil burns hot red. There's a definite smell of burning, and then the hair dryer does the auto knockdown to save itself from exploding. I'm gonna throw this out. I'm throwing it out. I threw it out. I don't need it. I have a better hair dryer. It's just that it's pink. I don't need it. Because of the melting experience, I felt like you couldn't just lay the blow dryer down while it was funneling air to your head. So I was like, you know what? These old vintage ones, that's what they were designed to do. They were designed to be placed, and then, you put the hood over. You start looking to see what's available, and you see these plasticky ones that look like old school salon ones where you have to sit there and you can read a magazine or do your nails. But then there were these other ones, like the nail drying one, that come in their own carrying case. It looks like a little suitcase, and you look super cute when you're walking with it. They're surprisingly heavy, but I found one at a cute little store here in Toronto that is no longer here because gentrification, and it was perfect. It's like the mirror was still there, the hood was excellent condition and pink and cream, and then the motor on the inside here, you can see, has like a little pink flower. It was pink, it was perfect, and it was pour me. It was pour me? It was for me. I'm just trying to make alliteration there and it didn't work. It was $50 and it was working. It's a functional hair dryer, and it's I love it. I don't use it often though because the elastic is shot, like it's gone. So it doesn't dry as efficiently as it could. But the motor works, the settings, cool, low, medium, high, they all work, and it's brilliant. And so I bought it. I bought it, obviously, because it's here in my hands, and I brought it home, and I have used it. For the last 6 years, I've literally plug it in, I turn it on, hook the hood up to the tube, pop it on my head, and sometimes I'll tie a ribbon around it to like keep it more snug because the elastic is so shot because the air just wishes out. Anyways, so that's all I've done. I plugged it in, put it on, sit. An idea came to me that, oh, hey, you know what? Why don't I fix this elastic? And I thought I could fix this elastic, or I wonder if there are just replacement parts, which would also be good to know in the future because eventually this is going to have some issues. Knock on wood. And so it might be nice to know if I can get replacement parts. So I started looking. I knew that it was General Electric and I knew that it was branded like Medallion. Google General Electric Medallion and up came a whole bunch of weird things. So I was like, okay, there must be a serial number or something on here. So I checked the outside of the box. I opened it up, pulled the hose out. There were no serial numbers. I pulled the curler specific attachment, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm not entirely sure. I think it's designed to like go over a specific or individual curl. I don't know. Would you ever style your hair with just one curl in it? Like just one giant curler? Or maybe... Oh... Would you, because there's a slit there, right? So I bet you were supposed to foam roll and then like maybe for your bangs specifically, and then you would slide this over the curler and then the connecting hose, and you dry that specific curl. Shut up. I've had this for 6 years. Just figuring out how it works now. This isn't even the best part. This isn't even the best part, people. Oh my god, that's... Shit, this is what I'm saying, you know? Like, just because something is old doesn't mean it's stupid and useless. Like, this is genius. You slide it over your curl and you... Come on! Oh my god, that's amazing. I think this is the thing that my friend thought was for drying nails. I think this is what she thought you were supposed to do. You were supposed to be like, put your nail. My grandma there is screaming right now. Wherever she is, she's screaming. So here's when I bought it. This is essentially what it looked like. Okay? Like, you open it up. There was the hood, there was the really great mirror, and here was the hose that was attached. The plug, they let me plug it in to see if it still worked. It did. Worked brilliant. Okay, and then I saw this curler attachment, which we have just discovered is amazing. And then there was this, which I figured was a carrying strap, right? I figured it was supposed to attach to something. I didn't know what it was supposed to attach to. I just assumed it was a carrying strap for the case. And now that I look at this case, there are no outer loops, no outer hooks to make me think that that's what it was. But that's what I thought it was. I thought it was like a carrying strap. Okay, so I'm looking for a serial number on this thing, and I'm looking, and I notice back here, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it says dry nail polish. And then there's an arrow pointing to the left and an arrow pointing to the right. And I'm just like, dry nail polish? Like, does this come off? Am I supposed to turn? No, of course that doesn't come off. Why would that come off? Look, that's like, so then I'm like, finally after 6 years taking a really close look at this thing, and I'm turning it and I realize that there's movement, and I'm like, oh my God, did I just break it? Did I just, oh no, that comes out. This comes out. The motor comes out of the case. This whole time I have been trying to find spots big enough to balance this case on. When all along I could have just put it to the side and put this on a tabletop and been like, oh God, that's so cool. This is even a cooler purchase than I realized. I'm amazing. So great. And I flip it over and I see General Electric hairdryer, catalog number. Exactly what I needed. So I type it in, and what comes up are images of women with these hair dryers on their heads, attached around their waists. I'm sorry, what? Attached around their waists so that they can walk around their houses and get on with their lives while their hair dries. While drives. While their hair dries. So you don't have to sit there in one spot for 6 hours waiting for your hair to dry. You can live your life, walk around your house, do your taxes, bake your cake. You can live your life. So my mind is blown. My mind is blown. I am screaming. Ben is looking at me like I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, because I am. Son of a, bitch. There's a loop there. And I think, oh my God. That's what that's for? 6 years, people. 6 years. I've had this thing. I never fully appreciated how absolutely genius it is. I'd never bothered to take this out to see that there's no hooks on the end. I'd never bothered. I was like, why would I do that? There's one hook right there. And then if I had looked at it, I would have seen that it was essentially a belt. And friends, that is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to put this on around your waist, hang your dryer from it, like, you don't even get this mobility from modern dryers. You have to carry that thing in your hand. Unless you're ambidextrous, that's all you're doing until your hair dries. I need to wash my hair and put it in pin curls immediately. Can't wait. Okay, but before then I do need to fix that elastic. But like, I know some of you probably think I'm an idiot. But where was I ever? Nobody told me anything about this. Even the people at the shop were completely unhelpful. When I got super excited about finding it, the one lady there was like, literally, this is how she looked at me. Okay. Like, why are you working in a vintage shop if you don't like people who like vintage? But I'm that nerd. I'm that nerd who, if I owned a magical, mysterious Harry Potter vintage shop, I would be that nerd that knew. I would be Mr. Ollivander.
I remember every wand I've ever sold, Mr. Potter. It so happens that the phoenix, whose tail feather resides in your wand, gave another feather. Just one other. It is curious that you should be destined for this wand when its brother gave you that scar.
I would want to know everything about everything in my store so that when you buy it, I can tell you everything about it, even if you didn't want to know about it. Like, did you know that there's a strap in there that lets you walk around and live your life while you dry your hair with curlers? Things that need to come back that just make a lot of sense. Ladies' galoshes with the hollow heel so that we can just put our shoes into them and not have to carry around multiple pairs of shoes. These things are genius. This thing, I'm sure it could be improved upon, but yes, please, if I can have a hands-free hair drying experience while getting my breakfast in the morning, I love it so much. One of the best $50 I ever spent. And that was before I knew how amazing it was. Wow. I might have an elastic that size, but here's my concern, is that given the fact that this is plastic, it's a vinyl, it's in really, really good condition, but inevitably plastic will become brittle. And the whole way that this functions is there's two layers. It's sort of like a chimney. You could open it up like this if you needed more space. The top uppermost layer is a solid vinyl, almost like a shower curtain material. Two different textures of vinyl. I'm not entirely sure what they are. I'm not a vinyl expert. And the inner vinyl is perforated. You can see this inside layer has little vent holes in it. So what happens is the hose attaches to the connector here. You screw that in, and then you turn it on, and the air pumps through and essentially inflates the cap a bit so that the air circulates throughout and then is able to dry your hair through the vents. It's also been what I would think is heat sealed in its original manufacturing, like pressed and heat sealed. Right there. So I want to be as careful as I can with this because I don't need to be that close to my face. It's older, the elasticity is gone, so it... I mean, you're not stylish by any means, but you're drying your hair or doing your makeup or any number of things because your hands are free and it's amazing. So this elastic is, as you can see, it's no longer like, that's, air just escapes. It doesn't inflate. And what I need is for it to sit more like that. Right? So, oh yes, and then there's a piece of, might be just plastic, there's a circular piece of tubing, let's say, that goes around the side, give it some structure and shape, like a hula hoop inside. Looking at this elastic, okay, so there we go. So I think if I were to unstitch this elastic and replace it, I would be puncturing the vinyl more. I'd be putting more holes into it. It could possibly damage the vinyl irreparably. So what I'm thinking, I'm going to open up the elastic and use it like a casing for a fresh elastic. And that way it's minimally invasive to the vinyl. And then it also doesn't matter that I don't have an elastic of that width. So that's what I think we're gonna do. And we're just gonna open that up. Fix this bad boy. Oh. Do you know the Mushroom Man? I'm Toad. Guys, I'm Toad. Anyone up for a game of Mario Kart? Okay. All right. Stand by. I need a plug. Slide that on. Boom. Perfect. Great, very good. We are turning this on. Cool, low heat. We'll shimmy it there. Medium. Is it quiet? No, but no hair dryer is. And then high heat. Amazing. Hey. How you doing? It's nice. This is amazing. Look, it's inflating so much more than it ever has before. So, this is great. I'm very pleased. 10 out of 10 would purchase again. Ça fonctionne très bien. Okay. So I guess what I will do is I will cut it, knot it to prevent it from slipping through, and then I think I will hand sew. I'll hand sew it together. And then that'll be that. Yeah. Awesome. I'm so excited.